Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So it's away we go then. Well, we've got to expect Frank Lampard to be central to pretty much everything here, Jim, haven't we?
Without a doubt. He'll be amongst the busiest players out there, doing everything from breaking up play, distributing balls left and right, and of course making all of those surging runs from deep, looking to meet the ball just around that D.
Well, that's the signature move, of course. That's what makes him so prolific.
And what a move it is, and not many midfielders score that many goals, or are as clinical.
It's an inviting-looking ball, that. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. And the keeper's got it again. Lahm. Oh no, what has happened here? He is through here. That's a corner kick. And we have our very first corner. Backward it goes. He's having a hit! And he was there to get a vital touch.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Corner number 2 then. Tries one from range, and it's a goal! Stylish in the extreme, a delicious goal.
Oh, how does he get the ball to do that? He's on another level to most of his peers.
After 13 minutes is number 9, Lionel Messi.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Lampard. Lampard proves just a little bit too strong. Zola. Zola going face-to-face with his great rival. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Ukraine are behind here, despite their domination of possession. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it. They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
He's picked his way through. And the ball is out of play. Opts for safety. Pepe is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Vieira. Looking for the run. There's the delivery. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. And it's Vieira. Lampard. Threads one in. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Showing good feet.
Wow, look who's involved.
In towards the back. Oh, good climb! Oh, needed to be more decisive in the end.
Look, if they're going to counter, it has to be pacier and much more decisive.
Roberto Carlos is looking to influence the game from out wide. Guardiola. Messi looking understandably energised after his goal. And here's Ibrahimovic. Now this could be a chance.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
And he's forced to go back. Pepe. Lam. Played back into the centre for Varane. And it's Vieira. Played back. Ukraine have reclaimed it. He's played it back. Oh, that's a very decent ball now. Shevchenko. Lampard.
There will be 1 minute added time.
This is the time you need that pace.
Oh, played right into his path. And the referee has blown for half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Ukraine finding themselves behind by just one goal at the break.
Located by the entrance gate.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the supports have had little to cheer about, so an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
And here's Bale. And it's Bale. Beckenbauer plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. This is good pressing, they're not short on bodies. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup for Messi. Takes the shot! Oh, split-second reaction.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And here's Shevchenko. Aims beyond the defence. He's having a shot! And yes, it's there! And this is getting better and better. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So that's two now without reply.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Turns back here, probably the best option. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Best. And this is Ibrahimovic. Shevchenko. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And here's Ibrahimovic. Thuram spots it and intercepts. Bale. That's really well manoeuvred. Right, Shevchenko. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Shevchenko plays it in. And that's the keeper's ball. And here's the chance to counter. Best.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Guardiola. The message is clear, none shall pass. Right, Shevchenko. Bale. That's tidy. Knocks it into space. Played in with purpose. Davids. Lampard. Can he get it through? Well, that's beautifully weighted. Best. He's got away. And the shot! Another one of football's and how moments.
Oh, that miss could really prove costly. They don't want to be missing too many of those.
Substitution for Ukraine, number 20.
The two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Zola. Number 19, George Best. Number 6,
Beckenbauer.
Frank
Turan,
Lampard.
always on the lookout
Number
for any
26,
signs of danger.
Davids. Coming on the field.
Now that looks a decent ball. That has been slung wide. Shot, surely! And there's a goal! Just one goal in it now! Game on! Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
And in a trice, the substitute has scored already.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Just one in it now.
Well, they'll just be praying that one more chance falls their way before the whistle goes.
Nicely weighted ball.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope. Ukraine really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
And he's made sure that's not getting through. Beckenbauer. Guardiola. Roberto Carlos. That's a good run down the left. Guardiola is always looking to break lines. Bout of passing here, really eaten.
Has been indicated.
And he should have made them pay.
Del Piero deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
And the referee brings it to a close. Ukraine were involved in a great game here, unpredictable in so many ways, but in the end they fell just short. Effort unrewarded.
Just a quick announcement.
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now.
Against Feyenoord.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. We are just getting started. Best turning out for what will be his 400th appearance. There's precious little point talking of anyone else here today, Jim.
Well, what a feat, Peter. This really does speak volumes about how much he dedicates himself and keeps himself in top condition for every one of those match days. He's a shining example for anybody with aspirations like that.
And he shoots! Superb goal!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
That's what he lives for, Peter, not a lot more to add.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Vieira. Pull it. Good ball, good take. It's Ibrahimovic! And that's a good finish. They have heard the starter's pistol and come racing out of the blocks. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Feyenoord are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
And that could spell trouble. Ibrahimovic. He's had a shot! A case now of complete control.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Well, we expected better, and so did he. And that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. And he's going to have his name taken.
Well, sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
Great vision. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Ukraine already looking up at the vast mountain they've been left to climb. And here's Semenyo.
Semenyo really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Zola with an air of best! And there's a goal! And there he is, the epitome of enduring excellence. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
So could they be onto something here? Saliba gets over and intercepts. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Semenyo. Vieira.
Ukraine really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
No, he wasn't going to let him past. And the shot! Semenyo! Oh, that's a key interception. Ibrahimovic.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Oh, sweet feet. Sola! And it's in! Back to within one! Interesting! Smiles broad and beautiful. That is a cracking hit.
Oh, how does he get the ball to do that? He's on another level to most of his peers.
All of a sudden we have a game here.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Oh, that's well spotted.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Saliba, oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. That has not gone well. Well, that looks a decent ball. Great ball if he can finish! Odo. Xavi Alonso. Odo. Xavi Alonso. Well, that pass isn't the best. Vieira. Lampard. And it's Lampard.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Vieira conjures time and space where few can. Thuram makes the interception. That's destined for the flank. Strong running down that left flank. Lovely pass, but can he get there? That is lovely. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, I can tell you it's been a wonderful watch, Peter. I'm not complaining.
quick
The goals
reminder
just seem
today
to
to
keep on
take
coming.
all the
It clearly
dustbins
means that
located by the
defending
entrance
hasn't been
gates.
at its
Thank
best,
you
but you
very
know what
much
I'm
for your
like when it comes to
cooperation.
defending.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon.
Substitutions taking place.
So right back into the action.
Ukraine really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Davids. Vieira.
This is the time you need that pace.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Silvestre did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Xavi Alonso. Dembele.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
A lot of space ahead. Chance for a shot! And it's in! And this is getting better and better. So smooth. A signature finish.
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
They've seen the light, and the opposition have been left in the dark.
Zola receives it in a wide position. Tries a shot! It's in! Simplicity itself.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
Ukraine have a free kick. No second thought, a straight red card. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. This looks promising. Davids! It's a goal! They have come roaring back!
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
Oh, shooting chance! Now, oh, what a... In he goes again! Goal, Ukraine! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
Goes for a shot! It's loose and there's a race for the ball.
Substitution for Ukraine, number 25, Sola. Number 19, George Best.
Kokchu,
Number 20,
although has the
Ibrahimovic.
space to scheme.
Number 6, Frank Lampard. Number 26,
It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease.
coming on the field. Number
Feyenoord
11,
really are going
Adar.
for it here, Peter.
Number
Now it's just a matter of
17,
sustaining the
Del
effort.
Piero.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Shevchenko.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Number 9, Nedved. Substitution.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
He won't be happy with that one. That is good strength. It's Asa! He's got away with one there.
You lucky boy, you lucky boy. Giving the ball away like that is usually punished.
Pinches it off him. Silvestre is one whose deliveries we all know about. Aims beyond the defence. That is ended up in no man's land. Nedved is flagged offside. Lahm. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Oh, that's been cut out. Well played. That has been cut short.
Ukraine surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
He steps in, and that's the end of that. Vieira. Turan. Howson. Looking for options for movement. Tries to pass it through. Pullet charging forward, the ball at his feet. And the pass is intercepted. Azar, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. That's a cute ball. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
No way through. Shot could be on.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Nice sequence of passes, this. And this is Dembele. Now, try to spin that positively. I certainly can't.
4 added minutes
That
has
is
been
good
indicated.
pressure, just hounded him off it. Knocks it into space. Del Piero picks it up out wide. Oh, that's fabulous. Decent chance! And that's a sharp finish. And surely that clinches it. There really is no way back now. That was a given. It always was.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
And that's it. So the winners bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collective effort. Fall behind they may have done, but they were having none of that. Well, from behind, Jim, that is some win, isn't it?
Yeah, simply a combination of one team.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So we're very much on... Ronaldinho! That's a fair try, but just off target.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Lampard. And it's Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho. Good driving run. Ronaldinho. It's a pretty loose pass. And the finish! Superb goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
And that is a genuine ground-eat-me-up moment.
Well, how can they be so careless, Peter? It's too casual. They were never going to get away with that kind of sloppiness.
So, a breakthrough already.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he...
It's Ronaldinho! And yes, it's there! They have heard the starter's pistol and come racing out of the blocks. Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
Barcelona are doing... Ronaldinho! It's wide, but not by very much.
Oh, he got lots of power behind that, just couldn't quite get it on target.
Ronaldinho. Facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. He's not got that quite right. It's Ronaldinho! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
Ronaldinho really looked as though he had chosen correctly then, and yet we quickly realised he hadn't.
A hefty challenge, but fair enough. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, there's a probing ball. He's found a way through. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Eto'o proves just an... Eto'o! And over, just.
Oh, he just got it ever so slightly wrong, Peter. There wasn't much in that at all.
And this is Zola.
Ukraine are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Zola. Oh, red. Nice interception. Some really good ball movement. It's Ronaldinho! And the keeper couldn't hold it. Just cruising. They are cruising. And they are disappearing out of sight. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
And that's great movement from him. He instinctively knew that the ball was going to come back out and put himself where he needed to be. The sort of thing you just can't teach.
A case now of complete control. Ukraine already looking up at the vast mountain they've been left to climb. Well timed, excellent interception. Platini. And it's Ronaldinho. Platini. Lampard.
Barcelona have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Ukraine ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. Seedorf. Now it's Platini. That is good alertness. Now, oh, he's on his own! Chance! Well taken goal. They are purring, truly purring. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
This is a gloriously greedy performance.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Pepe spots it and intercepts. Ukraine are in need of a lift as we head up towards the break. That's been slipped through. He has found the way through. Punched away. Seedorf clears without hesitation.
Ibrahimovic really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Zola delivers. Eto'o. He won't be happy with that one. Roberto Baggio. Platini looking to be a menace in the final third. He is through here, and he's definitely onside. Decent chance! And that's a good finish. And they're threatening to fly away here.
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse out there if they're not careful.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
He has simply been truly awesome. He really has stamped his authority on this.
So, a temporary halt to the action. Who would have seen this? By any yardstick, it is pretty much ideal for them. Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon.
Se ruega a su padre que acude a recogerlo a la puerta 26. Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 42.
So we're off again.
El dorsal 10.
Ukraine really have to pick things up here. Their opponents are going to set up to play on the counter-attack now, which means they're going to have to find ways to draw them out more.
El dorsal 11.
Zola. Xavi. Xavi, the arch schemer, always looking to get the team going. And here's Ibrahimovic. And he cuts out the supply.
Barcelona have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Ibrahimovic. Deco. Platini. Now it's Pelé. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Aims beyond the defence. Best will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Xavi. Looking for the run. He's got plenty of space out wide here. And that's definitely not his best.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Looking to play him in.
This is the time you need that pace.
And it's Lampard. Nicely weighted ball. Lampard. Ibrahimovic. That has not gone well. That's a lovely, neat pass. Now it's Xavi. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Zola. Lahm. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Ibrahimovic constantly looking for the ball into the box. Pelé might just make this. Zola. Good pressure, determined, intense. Platini. And it's Xavi. It's a searching pass. Great ball if he can get there. Schmeichel gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Pepe cuts it out. Ibrahimovic. Platini into the channel. He's in plenty of space here.
Yeah, I think if that can be repeated, there's a good chance of a goal.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 7. Deco. Será sustituido por el dorsal 20.
Nedved. Rafael Varane. Pressing high and with purpose. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. And he's being shifted off it. Vieira. Xavi. And they can counter here. Now it's Cantona. Ibrahimovic. Pelé. Nice bit of trickery. No outsmarting him this time. Vieira. Bellingham. Lahm. Pepe. Well, that pass isn't the best. He's found space here. He's shifting through the gears here. Ibrahimovic! Brought out the best in the keeper.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Now it's Pele. Great defending, strong and determined. Pele, and he's got away from it. Pele was ultimately thwarted there, but it took a few of them to stop him.
Oh, I was on the edge of my seat then. He just took on one too many.
Now it's Hazard. And no, that was never going to make it. Platini going about things with real menace. Now it's Shevchenko. Pele. No, he's not getting past him there. Looking for options for movement.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
And here's Platini, played back.
Modern football for you and all that pressing.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal
Well, if
14.
he's serious about trying from this range, I think he must feel he can generate the power. Big ask.
And with that, the end. Ukraine cannot spin this any other way. They came up against opponents who were thrilling, at times unplayable, who simply brushed them off. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, Peter, I really...